Radha Radhe, Jai Shri Krishna. This is Sukriti Joshi, your very own educator, teacher, philosopher, guide, mentor, friend, preacher, one and all. And hello, everyone. So that was my introduction. And as I have, conducted the event, but it wasn't recorded, and I don't know why on this platform it wasn't recorded. But again, I'm making a video, so that you get a glimpse, you get a glance of the nuances of the book that I discussed, right? So I basically, as I had this event that was scheduled today, right? And it was on the magic, right? Which is written by Rhonda Byrne, which is a fantastic and fabulous book. It's philosophical, it's profound book, which is written by a fantastic writer, Rhonda Byrne, right? So now, it's basically, if I talk about the magic, it's basically uh, a self-help book, right? That explores the power. So it explores the power. The power is again another book which is written by Ronnie Byrne, which I would be discussing in the coming sessions, in the coming series. So this is just the introduction of my first series um, of basically talking about the books, of exploring the rooms of the or realms of the books of the library, so as to say, right? So now, it explores the power of gratitude. So in this book, we are going to study about gratitude. Yeah, we are going to place it at the center. So gratitude would be placed at the center because the author, the writer has placed gratitude and positive thinking at the center. So we are going to concentrate and focus on, or highlight the major issue, which is positive thinking as well as gratitude. So we all should have gratitude, and we all should develop positive thinking, and we all tend to sometimes have negative thoughts or negative approach towards life or negative um, uh, mindset. But majority of the people, they try to negate negative thoughts or negative attitude or negative approach or negative mindset with a negative thinking pattern or negative perception or negative thoughts. But that isn't the case, right? So that has been described in this book, that how you should replace positivity with negativity. You should replace uh positive thoughts. You should inculcate positive thoughts. Even if you aren't getting it, you should try your best to to sort of read affirmations or say affirmations aloud, so that it gets ingrained in your mind, it gets instilled in your mind, right? So in order to instill that sense of confidence, in order to instill that sense of um that sense of being honest to yourself, being true to yourself, that's the that's gratitude, that's the essence that can uh move or transcend beyond the realms. Yeah. So the book basically emphasizes the importance of gratitude and positive thinking, right? um and it talks about manifesting as well. So we it's written in the book, it's mentioned in the book, that how the author is talking about manifestation, the power of manifestation, that how manifestation or abundance can come in our lives and can transform us uh in in a multifaceted way, right? So yeah. and how joy can actually metamorphose or transform or envelop us in myriad ways, right? So the second point that I would like to make over here is the law of attraction. Yes, you heard it right. I am talking about what writer has said, right? So writer is talking about the law of what? First and foremost, we discussed about the law of gratitude. So we should always develop a mindset of gratitude. We should always, I would say that we should always have an attitude of gratitude. We should develop an attitude of gratitude. That should be the motto of our life. What? Attitude of gratitude. That should be the motto of our life, right? Because we all know that we all have our karma bank, so like a physical bank in which you invest, make investments and all that stuff. We do have karma bank as well. So yeah, you have to each day put in the good karma, and you have to be aware, and you have to be present in that particular moment, uh, that you are putting a positive karma, right, in your bank. And it would definitely benefit you, and it would definitely benefit others too, right? Because we all are interconnected too. So we should definitely talk about the collective consciousness. So if you read about collective consciousness again, you would be you can relate it to the book, that how if we you know remain happy, or if others are happy, we collectively can change the atmosphere, right? So that atmosphere the author is trying to make, right, that how we all can stay happy and we can develop an attitude of gratitude, right? So then we coming on to the second law, that is the law of attraction, right? So basically Rhonda Byrne explains that like attracts like, that like if something is similar to something that is again similar, like if I have thoughts, so for example, let's say the writer has mentioned in the book that uh if there's an individual A, right, that individual A develops thoughts of has gratitude in his heart or her heart, then that person would attract love, that person would attract affection, that person would attract care, that person would attract um, optimism in his or her life. But if suppose there's a person B who is always thinking negatively, who is always embarking on that negative journey, and who is thinking about that everything that happens in his or her life is negative, and they have negative approach towards the life. They have they see um from a negative point of view, or negative, they uh they wear negative lens, and then therefore they have negative approach towards life, because it could be because of the circumstances that they have. But uh you know things get attracted towards what you tend to think, right, and how you tend to behave with yourself and with others as well. First and foremost, we all should love ourselves, and definitely, because that is the utmost priority. But we should also take into account that how we can you know leave an impact on the other people, on other people's lives as well, right? All right, then herein so sh- basically, well, when we talk about Ronnie Byrne, she's explaining about that like attracts like, and by focusing on positive thoughts and emotions or feelings or perceptions or thoughts, or the way one ponders or thinks, uh, we can attract what we want into our lives. So by focusing on the positives, by focusing on the positive events, by focusing on the positive side of our life, the bright side of our life, we can attract positivity towards us, right? All right. Then the third point that I would like to discuss over here is daily practices, right? So the book provides 28 daily practices to help readers in order to cultivate gratitude and positivity. So if you want to cultivate the attitude of gratitude, if you want to cultivate the habit of thinking in a positive way, of bringing that positivity into your life, then you have to adopt uh, uh, this 28-day, you can I wouldn't call it a challenge, but it's a 28-day process that you have to follow, and there are several activities that have been that are mentioned in this book, right? So you just have to go through those activities, and they're fun filled. They're filled with fun. So they're fun filled activities. So you just go with the flow, and you will notice that how life also goes with the flow, right? And life will bring joy. It would be static experience. It would be, you would feel elated, so we all tend to, we all want that we all want that ecstatic experience. We all want uh to be leading happy lives. We all want to be joyful, right? We all want that joy, that sense of satisfaction at, not, I wouldn't say at the end of the day, would say rather throughout the day, right? All right, then so the main ideas over here are that you have to focus on the good, right? So shift your focus from what's lacking to what's you're grateful for. So don't think about what you don't have, or what you desire, or you um I mean, having aspirations, it's good, but if you don't get that particular object, or if you don't get that particular thing, or that particular person, or that particular you aren't able to perform anything perfectly, just don't be just don't become sad about it. Instead, work hard. Maybe that opportunity wasn't meant for you. Maybe that event wasn't meant for you. Maybe that maybe you had to improve, because whatever happens for good. That's what the author is talking about over here in the book, right? So you have to focus on the book. So you have to basically shift your focus from uh seeing through the uh col- colored black and white. I mean, there are going to be obstacles, there are going to be hindrances, but that's what the author is talking about over here, that you need to shift your focus from uh, the black side, from the dark side, from the dark events to the brighter ones, right? You have to you have to focus on the bright side, and you have to be positive in your approach, right? Then you have to make use of affirmations, right? So make use of affirmations. It's very important. It's very important. That's what the writer is talking about in this book, in this philosophical books, so as to say, right? So repeat positive affirmations to rewire your mind and attract what you want. So if you want to see, in neuroscience also, it's said that we call it, right? We in neuroscience, we do have the concept of rewiring your brain. So reprogramming your brain. If you have negative thoughts, so you don't use negative thoughts to replace negative thoughts or negativity. You rather compensate it with positive thoughts, replacing the negative part, negative portion of your life, negative thoughts, negative perceptions, negative situations, whatever you have come across, whatever you might have dealt with, right? Any such bad situation, any such um, grim situations, so to say, right? Then uh, practice gratitude daily. So you need to make sure that you're practicing gratitude daily. And in this book, it is mentioned that for 28 days, so at least practice it for 28 days, and um, you will definitely be able to achieve the result. That's what the writer is saying. So we need to practice gratitude on daily basis. See, if you can't, pen down what you're grateful for, you can at least think about it. So just think about what you're grateful for, and then I'm the writer is saying, and I'm also pretty sure what the writer has written, because writers are basically the torch bearers. So what they say, I think that's correct only. We all because they can predict the future. They writers are um uh, I don't know, they know how to read the psyche. They know what will happen in the future, so they can see the future. They can, and they can reflect upon the past as well. So writers are, I would say, they have been given a kind of a gift from uh, God, from the Almighty, from the Almighty. Yeah. So now we need to focus on the good. So you use affirmations and practice gratitude daily. Now, gratitude is a powerful tool that we are all aware about, right? So you need to focus on gratitude, which can transform, which can metamorphose your life, and it can attract abundance, right? So in order to attract abundance in your life, in order to um, basically transform your life, in order to bring about a change in your life, in order to metamorphosize what's happening with me, metamorphosize, you need gratitude in your life, right? So you should be grateful. Uh, then only golden gates would open for you, right? So yeah, then your thoughts have power. So remember that your thoughts, whatever you tend to, I know that sometimes you don't tend to think, but thoughts come to you directly. But the writer over here is saying that your thoughts have power. So whatever thoughts you have, they have the power over you. They have the power over, everything. So, but you have, and therefore we should be mindful. That's why, we should be mindful. That is the point wherein why do we say that, we need to be mindful? We say it because or the writer has made us realize about the fact that we need to be mindful, uh, because we need to reflect upon, we need to pause, we need to introspect, right? And therefore we need to be mindful uh, of our thoughts, so that we can, regulate our mind, we can regulate our perceptions, we can regulate our emotions, we can regulate our thoughts. So if we want to regulate and give them the right direction, then definitely we should have we should concentrate on positive thinking and on gratitude and on affirmations, right? All right, then um and you have to choose to focus on positivity, right? As I've already mentioned. Then you need consistency, right? So we all are aware about that, how consistency is the key, right? So if you want to unlock the potential, if you want to unlock the power within yours, whether we call it the conscious mind or the subconscious mind, if you want to unlock that power, if you want to unlock that potential, then definitely you know make gratitude a daily practice to see lasting results. So you need to, this is said by author again, by the writer, that you need to make gratitude a daily practice, a daily routine. So as to say, in Hinduism, we tend to make use of rituals. Rituals are nothing but it's a kind of a daily practice. It's a kind of a um, uh, 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 it's a daily practice. It's a routine. So instead of I would rather, instead of using the word routine, I would use ritual, because as a as a proud Hindu, I would say that these points, all these points that I've mentioned right now, that the author has actually mentioned in this book, um, which is The Magic, written by Rhonda Byrne. So, all these points have already been mentioned in our Vedas. They have been mentioned in our scriptures. They have been mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, and s- if dive deep into the recesses, you and I, as readers, and we, because we are readers, um the more we read, the more we gain. The more we read, because it is said, and it is rightly said, that readers are leaders. So we are the reader. We are I'm going to embark on the journey with you all, uh, in order to make a community, in order to make a group, um, of like-minded people, of positive people, of people who want to learn, because we are lifelong learners, and I want uh, like-minded people, you know. Um, so yeah, and I would be grateful for that. So yeah, we are the readers. Remember that we are the readers and we are the leaders. And definitely, 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 we do need time to work on our interests, and we have interest, we have passion, uh apart from our profession. So our personal life should, our personal life is different from our profession. So obviously, we need to focus on ourselves. We need to prioritize our health. We need to prioritize our uh, mindset. We need to prioritize our, we need to pay attention to our uh, body, mind, soul, and towards our family members too. So that's what is said in, at least, Hindu scriptures. So a lot of values are there. A lot of values have been mentioned in our Hindu scriptures. So that are enlightening in nature. So, but uh, some portion, there's a lot of portion that has been taken away, uh, that has been put in this book, which is great again. And I feel delighted to share such such an exquisite part, such an exquisite portion of Rhonda Byrne, uh, who is the who is the enlightened author uh, of The Magic, right? Um, who spreads the magic of her words, who spreads the magic of her being, of her existence, and of capturing the quintessence of, you know, um, Hinduism. Because I'm a Hindu and I'm a very, very, very proud Hindu. So yeah. All right. So with this, I would love to end. I would love to conclude my session. I would love to come to the end of the session. I hope you liked it. And yeah, so if you liked it, let's stay tuned. And yeah, this is Kriti Joshi, your, you know, an educated teacher, philosopher, guide, mentor, friend, preacher, one and all. And yes, this is the one stop destination for all of us to meet and to know each other, to know each other, to grow with each other, to learn with each other, and to stay connected, right? So, all right. So, with this, I would love to conclude and I would love to end this session. This is Kriti Joshi signing off. Namaste. Jai Shri Krishna, Radhe Radhe.